Hello, this video is intended to teach you how to get started with coding the robot Dash. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get the iPad labeled Dash, and then you're going to want to search for the app Blockly. Once you select it, the screen will come up and you're going to click play. So what you're going to end up needing to do is also pairing the robot. That means we're going to make Dash talk to the iPad that we're using. So you are going to click on a plus sign. It is a white plus sign in the middle of an orange circle. And once you do that, it will bring up the screen that will start searching for the robot. Once it searches for the robot, you're going to have to then select the correct robot, which is Dash, and it will connect for you. You'll know that he is connected when you see the Dash icon in the place where the white plus sign in the orange circle was. So then you're going to need to click on the 3 yellow lines in the top left-hand corner of the iPad. Click on these 3 yellow lines, it brings up a new screen. You can see Puzzles, My Projects, and Create New. So later we'll use My Projects and Create New, but for now we're just going to click on Puzzles. Then you're going to want to make sure that you select the correct robot. We will be coding Dash. In our makerspace we do not have dot. 13 different puzzles come up, and as you work through them, a new one will become unlocked. So you'll want to make sure that you go through them, and you'll just select the first one in the series, and then it will prompt you. It will tell you what to do. It will give you an example, and then you can work through the different challenges, and it will start off pretty basic. It will seem pretty simple and pretty easy, but that's okay because it's building on simple knowledge so that it can introduce more complicated stuff and you understand the foundation pieces of it. So just work through it. And then once you do that, you'll be able to create your own projects. You'll be able to save your projects so you can work on them. Each time you come to the makerspace, you won't have to start over. Once you complete all the puzzles, you'll want to move on to creating your own. So you'll click on the circle in the top left-hand corner of the iPad, and that will take you back to the puzzle page. Then you're going to click on that blue back button, and it will take you back to Puzzles, My Projects, and Create New. Now, if you're ready to create a new project, you can click Create New and begin dragging and dropping and creating a new program. Or if you want to look at a project that you have already created and saved, you would select My Projects. Now, under My Projects, you can also find some pre-made projects that you can customize, modify, add on to make your own project as well. Now, when you click blank project, it's going to give you a silly name. You can leave it named that, or you may want to name it with your first name, and then if you create a new project, you could say like Ashley 1, Ashley 2, Ashley 3. The purpose of saving the projects is so that you can come back and modify them. We want to make sure that we have the opportunity to improve, debug, and make Dash work correctly without having to start over each time. As you can see, there are some other options. These are pre-made programs where it will give you an example of a program, and then you can debug it, you can add to it, you can modify it. It just gives you a foundation to start from. I don't want you just to code Dash using these pre-made programs, but it's okay to start with them and make the program your own. You will definitely want to change the name of the program so that you can tell the difference between the pre-made one and the one that you are modifying. So when it saves into My Projects, you will know that it's your project that has been modified. When you are finished with your coding session, you're going to want to click on the round robot icon next to the 3 yellow lines in the top left-hand corner of your iPad, and this is where you can change the name of your project. So you're going to want to name it, like I said already, your first name, maybe put a 1 after it if it's your first project, and just continue with some type of format. So you can see that I am changing mine to Mrs. S, and then next time I come to the Makerspace, I can select this project and continue with it. You can also click on the circle that has the robot icon and select a different icon for your project as well. I chose to just leave mine because it's not really necessary for my project. So once you're finished renaming it, it's going to take you back to the coding screen. To exit, you're going to click those 3 yellow lines in the top left-hand corner, and that's going to take you back to the screen that says puzzles, my projects. And if you click on my project, you can see a list of all the projects that are there. Now, I have some projects in here that I need to delete because that's just from my messing around with it. But you need to be careful that you do not delete projects. We are sharing this with the entire school, so you should not delete a project unless you have Mrs. Howard or Mrs. Stahlbaumer's help. This is where you will find your projects, and yes, you will have the option to delete projects, but if you need a project deleted, again, please ask for help so we do not accidentally delete another person's project. Please make sure that when you are finished coding Dash that you close out the app, that you double tap the home button of the iPad and you swipe out the app. Now, maybe somebody else forgot to swipe it out. So just swipe out everything that may be there so that our battery stays charged for others who may come to use Dash. Thank you, and I hope this helps.